For centuries, we've been told the Great Pyramid of Giza was a tomb for the pharaoh Khufu, a magnificent, colossal headstone. But what if that was just a story, a clever disguise for something far more incredible? For years, a small group of rogue scientists, led by the brilliant but controversial Dr. Eris Thorne, believed the pyramid held a different secret. They argued that its precise dimensions, its alignment with the stars, and the strange energy readings from within pointed to a purpose beyond a simple burial chamber. Mainstream archaeology dismissed them as fringe theorists chasing fantasies. But in 2025, everything changed. Thorne's team secured funding for a revolutionary new scanning technology, quantum resonance imaging. It was a long shot, a gamble that cost them their reputations. They were allowed one chance, one scan, to prove their theory. On a sweltering Cairo morning, the world's media gathered. Skeptics were ready to write their dismissive headlines. The team, huddled in a mobile command center, initiated the scan. The initial results were disappointing. The familiar layout appeared on screen. The King's Chamber, the Queen's Chamber, the Grand Gallery, all empty. The critics began to pack their equipment. Thorne's face was pale. Had he been wrong all along? But then, his lead technician, a young prodigy named Lena, noticed an anomaly. "Wait," she whispered, her eyes glued to the monitor. "There's a power fluctuation deep below the bedrock. It's not on any of the schematics." She rerouted the scanner's focus, pushing its limits, bypassing the known structure and diving deep beneath the pyramid's foundation. What appeared on the screen silenced the room. It wasn't a chamber. It was a machine. An immense, intricate device of unknown origin, integrated with the very rock of the Giza Plateau. And at its heart, a pulsating energy source. The pyramid, they realized, wasn't a tomb. It was a power plant. But for what? This is where the story takes a turn that no one could have predicted. While analyzing the energy signature, Lena cross-referenced it with global atmospheric data. She found a perfect correlation, a rhythm that matched something happening thousands of miles away. It wasn't powering a lost city or an ancient weapon. The pyramid's energy was resonating with the Earth's own electromagnetic field. It was acting as a global regulator, a planetary pacemaker. For millennia, this ancient machine had been subtly stabilizing our planet's climate, moderating seismic activity, and shielding the surface from cosmic radiation. The pharaohs weren't buried there. They were its guardians. The complex stories of gods and the afterlife. The elaborate security measures, they weren't to protect a dead king's body, but to protect the machine from a world that wasn't ready to understand it. Khufu wasn't the tenant. He was the warden, the first in a long line of protectors. This discovery sent shockwaves through the scientific community. It wasn't just history that needed to be rewritten, but geology, physics, our entire understanding of the ancient world. The builders of the pyramid weren't just master architects. They were planetary engineers of the highest order. They understood Earth's systems in a way we are only just beginning to grasp. But the most profound revelation was yet to come. As they studied the machine's operations, Thorne's team noticed its energy output was weakening. For the last 200 years, coinciding with the Industrial Revolution, the machine had been working overtime, fighting to counteract the damage we were doing to our own planet. It was failing. The subtle tremors, the extreme weather patterns, the thinning atmosphere, they were all symptoms of the machine losing its battle. The discovery was no longer a historical curiosity. It was an urgent warning. The pyramid wasn't a monument to a dead king, but a gift from our ancestors. A gift of life, a system designed to keep the planet in balance. And we had been unknowingly straining it to its breaking point. Thorne, standing before the world's cameras, looked not like a triumphant scientist, but a solemn messenger. He explained that the ancient Egyptians did unbuild a tomb to honor a single man's journey into the afterlife. They built a machine to ensure that all of humanity for generations to come would have a world to live in. It was an act of immense, selfless compassion, a legacy of stewardship that spanned 4,500 years. They foresaw a time when we might need it, a time when our own actions might threaten our survival. That time is now. The debate is no longer about who built the pyramids or how. The question is, what do we do with this knowledge? How do we honor this incredible gift? The machine beneath the sand is a message, a plea from the past. It tells us that we are all connected, that the health of our planet is the ultimate inheritance. The real treasure of the Great Pyramid wasn't gold or jewels. It was a blueprint for survival, a demonstration of a civilization that worked in harmony with the planet, not against it. Now, it's our turn to become its guardians. The scans of 2025 didn't just reveal the purpose of a stone monument. They revealed our own purpose. It's to protect our home, just as our ancestors tried to do for us. The story of the pyramid isn't about death. It's the greatest story of life, and our responsibility to it ever told. Thank you for watching. If this story made you think, please consider sharing it. Let's keep the conversation going.